everybody, I'm Susan Bushell, energy therapist from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. I do one-on-one session work in energy psychology, and I teach, train, supervise, and mentor EFT students. I want to talk to you a little bit about anxiety. Lately, I've been hearing people talk about it like it's a diagnosis, like it's a disease. I guess it is a diagnosis now. We have a label for this, and we have certain criteria that we meet, and then we get a diagnosis. But people are saying, I have anxiety. Whereas when I was younger, people just said, I feel anxious, I feel nervous. We're kind of owning this, and it almost feels like it's taking on an entity, you know, a consciousness in and of itself. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of simple things you can do. I specialize in working with anxiety and trauma and depression. I know, really fun stuff. But interestingly, I do find it fun. And anxiety can feel awful. It can feel like it takes over your life. It consumes your everyday. You wake up feeling anxious. You wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing. You worry about avoiding things that upset you. You don't want to run into certain people. You don't want to be in certain places. Sometimes you're worrying about things and you've got all these squirrels in your head, this chitter chatter that just starts to drive you crazy. And it can literally get to the point where people have panic attacks. They have panic attacks every day. They don't know how to calm down. And a lot of the things that they've been trying to do just haven't been working. Now, particularly if you have an abuse history or just a really challenging childhood in your past and things have, you know, life has really thrown you a lot of awful stuff to deal with, then you know, you've earned that anxiety. There's no judgment at all about any of that. But you also really don't want to carry that with you for the rest of your life. And I'd love to introduce you to some very simple, one very simple energy psychology technique that was taught to me by my friend and colleague, Sue Beer. She's an EFT founding master from London, England, and she developed this really super simple technique. It's called the heart anchor. You take your non-dominant hand and you find the sweet spot between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. It's under your collarbone at the top of your sternum, right about there. You'll know it when you find it because it feels pleasant. It feels calming to gently rub that spot. Now take your other hand and place it on the back of your head, on those occipital bones, right? Oops, face the mic, Susan. On the occipital bones that just are at the sort of the top of your neck and the base of your skull, and just massage those 2 points very gently and softly, and just notice how you feel. You're probably going to hear the tractor go by. Autumn is a busy time of year on this property where I work. Isn't that lovely? That gave us the time to just integrate this lovely technique. And you may notice, it may take a few more minutes for you, but you may begin to notice your breathing is slowing. Maybe your brain is calming down a little bit. There's not quite as much chatter. Or just something feels different. That's it. It's that simple. If you're a highly anxious person, or if you do have a diagnosis of generalized anxiety disorder, try this very simple technique 2 or 3 times a day, especially when you notice your body tense, your jaw clamping tight, your shoulders tight, you're worrying about something that you maybe don't have any control over. Just give it a try. And I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me at my website, freeyoremotions.com. This is Susan Bushell from Guelph, out in the middle of the field. I hope to meet you soon. Bye.